Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, baby. I am Cerebral and this is Cerebral Talks TV. I wanted to share this story with you. This man, I think this happened in New York. I'm going to read the article to you. It says, sugar daddy lawyer graped and tortured women with a shock collar, an electric shock collar. So ladies, this is a warning video. Okay, look at this man. Now at first I was confused because honestly I thought this was a woman. Like if you look closely, he kind of looks like a woman. I didn't know. I said, this is a man? Is he trans? What's going on here? But no, this is a man. He's a lawyer, very successful, and he was promoting himself as a sugar daddy. And I've seen this a lot of times on social media. I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen it a little bit on YouTube where these men will come on and they will advertise themselves as a sugar daddy. And ladies, you're always, look, there's so many crazy men around and you have to be so careful. So let's get into this article. What exactly happened? I'm just happy they got him. I'm happy they got him. Y'all know I believe in the penalty. Okay, and that's what I would hope he would get, but I don't think he's getting that. So let's see what's going on, what he did to these women. Okay, it says a U.S. sugar daddy lawyer has been accused of graping, drugging, and torturing half a dozen women in his New York apartment for over 5 months. On Thursday, Ryan Hemphill, he's 43 years old, he was charged with 116 crimes, including predatory sexual assault, grape, assault, and which allegedly began last October. They're saying allegedly, but they have a lot of evidence that he did what they're saying he did. Okay. It says that, hold on for a second, Mr. Hemphill, who worked in private equity, has been accused of using his wealth and power to meet women online before beating and drugging them to restrain them. It was alleged that the 43-year-old would often threaten his victims with weapons and knives and used a shock collar and a cattle prod, okay, before graping the women. His attorney described as hours of physical and sexual violence. Okay, so here's a picture where he looks more like an actual male. It says on Thursday, Mr. Bragg told the press conference that the defendant told the survivors that he was untouchable. The indictment makes clear that he was wrong. Yeah, he had all this money and he had been getting away with it. So he thought, y'all are never going to find me. It's not going down. I'm happy they finally got him. Okay, in some cases, Mr. Hemphill asked the women to tell him about their past sexual traumas before recreating them. This is sick. Prosecutors allege, okay, it is believed he filmed one of the encounters at his apartment near the Empire State Building. Authorities who searched his apartment found high-capacity magazines, hundreds of bullets, handcuffs, a cattle prod, large amounts of pills, fake cash, and surveillance cameras containing footage of dozens of women, the district attorney office said. We have reason to believe that there may be more survivors. Dozens, if not hundreds of women captured on the footage. This is, oh my, you would think though he would have been caught sooner if he was doing this to hundreds of women. Okay. So this is some of what they found: handcuffs, fake cash. I wonder why he had fake cash, but yeah, he had the handcuffs. That's some of what they found. It says that he met many of the women on sugar daddy websites where he offered them large amounts of money in exchange for sex and companionship. In many cases, he never paid them and agreed upon amount he said he would pay them. And sometimes he gave them fake money. Prosecutors also alleged that he told women he was highly connected and bragged about his position as a powerful attorney and told them they would be arrested after accepting his money. Can you imagine what the women who were raped by him, what they are going through, what they, having something like this happen to you and you have to go home. There's no justice served. and you know that this psychopath is walking the street and got away with doing things to you. We don't know if he used any protection. You have to worry about if he's done, giving you something. You're scared. Okay, it says in one case he agreed to pay a woman $2,000 to drop her police complaint. All right, this is the text. It says, I'm leaving here in 5 minutes. If you're not here, I'm going to effing unleash federal hell on you. You're going to wish you were unalived. That's a screenshot. It says that he sent to one of his victims. Okay, hold on for a second. They also said that he forced women to record videos saying they consented to these encounters, and he would pay them large sums of money. Okay, the power imbalance in this predatory act could not be more clear, said the lawyer. He faces life in prison if convicted. So this is the cattle prod that they found in his apartment. You see these type of things in these psychopath movies and these fetish movies and trafficking and all this other stuff. That's what he had, probably poking them in the neck, electrocuting them and all types of stuff, torturing these women. Okay, that's what they found. In 2015, he was acquitted of choking and holding a 10-inch knife to his ex-partner's throat. During the trial, he admitted that he enjoyed choking his ex-girlfriend during sex. All right, his LinkedIn profile shows that he graduated from Hofstra University in 2003 with degrees. I probably said that wrong. In 2003 with degrees in drama and philosophy before attending law school. In 2013, he founded his own firm, Madison Park Capital Advisors. Okay, so the judge is not letting him out. It says Judge Ann E. Scherzer ordered Mr. Hemphill to remain in jail without bail, saying it was only to ensure he returned to court. The judge said that it's necessary because of the evidence presented to prosecutors. It showed, the extent he's willing to go to protect himself from facing these charges. Okay, so that is it. So basically, here he is. Now, they're saying alleged, but they found plenty of evidence in his apartment to back up what the victims are saying. They found, the cattle prod that he was using to electrocute them. They found the fake money where he was bribing them, intimidating them. They've had the text messages. What else? They found the handcuffs. He even admitted to what he did to his ex. So, okay, from what I read from another article, they were saying it was about six women. Then they're saying now it actually could be hundreds. So what they're going to do, they're going to look through his entire apartment. They're going to look at those videotapes to see all of the women. And now that they have him locked up, I'm hoping that the women this happened to, they won't feel afraid because he can't harm them. Hopefully they'll come forward. Now they're seeking to give him life in prison. He needs to get the penalty for what he did. Okay. And he's not the only one. Every single day, something crazy is going on in our country. Women are missing, even a few men, and things like this is happening. And I'm happy that he got caught. And I want these women to be okay. And it's a reminder to you how careful you have to be online. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if these women wanted a sugar daddy. A lot of women want sugar daddies. That doesn't give them a right to be raped, tormented, and with an electrical thing and all this other stuff. He had no right to do those things at all. And then they're scared because he's a lawyer. This man has power. He's living near the Empire State Building. He has money. And these women probably really believe that they wouldn't win or that he was connected. And the truth is, men who are powerful like this can hire someone to come after you. He more than likely has their addresses, looked at their ID, took photos, all types of stuff because he thought he was powerful and probably thought he could cover his tracks and things like that. But you got to be careful when you're online on these dating apps. Like I said, I've never dating apps, but I'm fully aware that, look, you can meet a crazy person at the bar, a lounge, outside, but there are a lot of them also on dating apps as well. And you got to be so careful. You got to be careful. Don't go to a man's house. If you're talking to a man off a sugar daddy site, any type of app, anything, you have to meet them at a public place where there are people. Don't ever, ever, ever. I mean, go to that man's house. Yeah, you don't know him, okay? And you take a risk anytime you go to any man's house and stuff like that, because we don't know. Plenty of people, he probably presented himself as a nice man. I'm a lawyer. I got myself together. I'm loving the city. I want to take care of you. And there are so many women who, are looking for a man to be able to provide and take care of you. He probably maybe charmed them. They had made arrangements and agreements. And then he did what he did once he got them in the house. And this is absolutely horrible. And I know that a lot of the women who he did this to probably are scared to come forward, but I guarantee you probably will see a lot more come forward and reveal what he did. And this guy is going to jail. I really, 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 really believe that. I don't believe this man is getting off. I don't believe his money is going to protect him. They have just so much evidence that they found in his apartment. And ladies, please be careful. That's one thing from reading this I got from this. You got to just be so careful meeting these men, these men who said, I'm going to give you the world. I mean, sometimes they do. Sometimes it works out for women, and sometimes no. These men have trafficking going on. They're graping, intimidating you like he did with these women. And people sometimes they'll think, why don't the women come forward? Well, obviously some did. This is how he got captured. But sometimes you're scared, especially when the man is powerful and you do believe, well, he is a lawyer. He knows the law. I did accept fake money, and your mind, you don't know, and you're scared. So I hope that he is definitely given life in prison, because for some reason these evildoers don't get the penalty like they should. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I hope justice is served, and ladies, please be careful. So that is it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Get those likes up, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell, click all notifications so you know when I'm live and when I'm uploading. Thank you all so much. You all take care. Bye.